through my veins. On the pitch where the glory remains, the cockerel stands brave on the crest. North London pride, this ain't no jest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly high. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Tottenham, Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly high. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly high. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Hi guys, I was going to do a pre-record with my instant game thoughts. You know what? I thought, fuck it, I'm going to do it live. Give you final score, which should be after every game. So that is now back as normal. Thoughts of the game. It was the worst game. I said it in the description. I am going to change that description, by the way. It's the worst game of the season so far. It really is. There is no way we should be drawing 1-1 at home to Wolves. Not a hell's chance. And if you look at that starting 11, I haven't even beginning to fathom or thought or think about player ratings yet. Really don't. I haven't even gone there yet. I'm very angry with the game tonight. I am angry because I tell you why I'm angry, because it had the Bournemouth vibe. It had Bournemouth vibes tonight. But I said it in the watch along. If you don't take your chances, you don't win games. You don't deserve to win games. We didn't take our chances. Kudos misses from 6 yards out. That should be in the back of the net. Wolves should have been down to 10 men, as Boris said at the end of the watch long. There should have been. And Vicario, what are you doing, man? Catch the fucking ball. I mean, he pushes it out. And I'm not saying Vicario, I'm not blaming Vicario for this. I think it's wrong. I think every player on that pitch deserves criticism. And they deserve a battering, the manager included. You cannot... all of them deserve a battering tonight because it was a woeful performance. It really was from start to finish. There's a quick turnaround because we've got to quickly forget about this game and move ahead to the Champions League game. But then we're coming up to a group of games now that are going to be very, very vital, which I will get Tottenham's next sort of 6 games up. I'm going to get to the comments and get to speak to see what you guys are saying, because this is what this is all about. It's about you guys. It's about what you thought of the game. Cracking goal from Palunia, by the way, I have to say. Absolutely cracking goal. Now, if you look at our next 6 matches, we have, let's know, we're going into, that's the last game of September, so we're going into October. We got a few tricky ones, plus anyway. Big up to Wayne Bonner. Big up, Wayne. He says, good evening, folks. Hope everyone's good and well and recovered from the game. Yeah, we've got a quick turnaround. I'm pissed. I'm still pissed about the game, but there you go. He also goes, nope, nothing worse than the Bournemouth game. Do you know what? I think today actually equals it personally myself. It's a kudos and Bergville were disappointing. Simmons was okay, but still settling in. Needs to play centrally. And by God, we desperately need a striker. Vicario can be indecisive and panics. Yeah, that is so true. That I agree with that. He is so. Look, Vicario is a good goalkeeper. Look, I'm going to put the link in. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the link in the chat. So if you want to come on, Wayne, and join me as a member, come and join me and have your say in the game. I won't be on for long. I'll learn for about 15, 20 minutes, and then that will be me. And then tomorrow I will do the play ratings for you members. So if you're not a member, Adam, get your memberships, 99p, 99 cent or 99p. And then you'd be able to join us for all our member stuff. So do that. Big up to Wayne. Yeah, I agree, Ray. Adam says Solanke and Marini back for Leeds. Hopefully you're right. Palunia would be worth 30 million. 25 million. Get him in. Get it done now. Get it. Absolutely get it done now. And then I can see us going in for a new keeper next summer. I can too. Look, I want to talk through the team. Right. I'm gonna sort of move my camera. Let me do that. Actually, let me try something here. Actually, let me move myself a bit over here so I can actually put the team a bit bigger for you guys, because then I'll be able to. Let's see now. There we go. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Great. There it is. Right, that's the team. I need to take that off, actually. So I put that actually there. So I put that there. Move me over here. And then move this a little bit bigger. And then I put that there. So everyone knows what the score was just underneath me. There you go. Okay. So I want to go through this a little bit for you guys, all right? And I want to start with Vicario and goal. The play ratings will be tomorrow, but I want to go through the team and where I think the performances were bad tonight. I thought Vicario didn't have a lot to do, but at the crucial moment when we needed him, he, as Wayne said, indecisive. Big up to John Fitzpatrick as well. Big up to my Irish brother. Hope you're doing well, sir. Listen, guys, do pick up your memberships. They are 99 cents. Oh, 99p. Please do, because you get to join me for all the member shows that we're doing on this channel. So I'd be really pleased if you can. It also helps us out and keeps us doing what we're doing. For me, Vicario was poor tonight. I don't think any other player was poor. He's indecisive. It was his mistake that led to Wolves' opening goal. He should have caught it. I mean, I don't know why he didn't catch it. I just don't know. I can't think why he didn't catch it, but he didn't. And to push it straight back in to a 6-yard area where there is Wolves players there is absolutely ridiculous. You don't do that. But he does. He panics, and he doesn't. He needs to calm down. He needs to logically think, right, the ball's coming in. What is my surroundings? what is my surroundings? Who's around me? If I catch it, if I can't catch it, punch it. If I can't punch it, then I need my defenders to do the job. He should have caught it. It was there. All he had to do is put his hands out like this and catch it. It was simple. And I think his time on the ball is poor as well. His distribution is poor. Look, he's a good shot stopper, and he will get you out. He did save us like in the second half when Wolves are in. He saved with his legs again. He is a good shot stopper, but he's making too many mistakes that are leading to us conceding too many goals, and it's not good enough. The back four as a total. Look, I think Mickey Van de Ven and Romero played really well tonight. I thought they defended brilliantly. They deserved a clean sheet. I really did. I think the whole back four played well, actually, to be fair. I thought your doggy in the first half was making some good runs down that left hand side. Jed Spence, he doesn't play well on the right. We all know that. But for me, I as a back four, I think they were solid. Your doggy tired as the game went on. He's just coming back from injury, so he was getting tired. So probably that's why he came off. I thought Van der Ven then moved out to the left. I thought he did all right at the left, actually, at the end of the game, to be fair. But I thought Mickey Van der Ven and Romero was solid tonight, as always. Jed Spence didn't have the greatest game. As I said, doesn't play well on the right. So he was always going to be not great down there. But he did his best, but not as good as he is on the left. If you go into the midfield three, Bentancur, Paulino, and Lucas Bergville, I think Paulino was head and shoulders above the rest of the other two. I thought Bentancur was poor tonight. I thought Bergville was poor too. I thought Bergville got booked, and he looked tired. He needs a break. He needs a rest. So he did look tired. I thought Bentancur didn't give all his best tonight. For some reason, I said it during the watch along. There was a few times where he should have jumped for the ball and he didn't. And that worried me a little bit. We know his contract runs out in January. We know we've got now between now and January. His contract runs out at the end of next year, but he can sign for another club in January. So we need to get that sorted. Big up to you, John. He says, for me, Destiny was poor in the second half. Spence wasn't great either. All Frank's subs were poor. We need to strike a big time. Yeah, I am going to get to that, John. It really does. We desperately need a striker, because I said it during the watch along. If you don't take your chances in the Premier League, you are going to get absolutely hammered. You're going to you will get punished, and we got punished, and we got punished because of a poor goalkeeping decision, to be fair, but it was what we deserved because we were bad tonight. As for the midfield three, look, as I said, Bentancur was poor. I thought Bergville was poor. I thought the best out of the lot was Paulino, head and shoulders. I think one of our better players tonight, to be fair. Took his goal extremely well. Absolutely took his goal extremely well. Beautiful first time curler into the corner of the net, and I would feel Wolves manager would be absolutely heartbroken with that. I know to get a point, but to score so close. And one thing I liked about the team too, and I think it was driven by Paulino as well, that we never gave up. We kept fighting, we kept pushing. So, should we all be happy with a 1-1 draw? The answer to that is no. Wolves were bottom of the league for a reason, because they're not very good this season, and we should have won the game. The front three, for me, is the biggest problem, and it's that central. Look, Simmons to me tonight, he looked. There was glances, there was flashes of how good he is. I think. Look, is he the best one for me? I think he's better in the number 10 role than he is on the wing. But I love the way in the wing he cuts in all the time. He does cut in, and he tries to cut in. He tries to create something by cutting in. I like that. But I think he's better as a number 10 than he is as a winger. For me, Richarlison, please, for the love of God, just buy a striker and get rid of him. He was woeful tonight. Had one or two chances that he stretched at. I think one of them was a Kudos cross, with the outside of his foot. It got deflected of a Wolves player, and he just launched himself with his foot. I would have launched it with my head. Trying to get a header in. He looks lost. I called him a headless pigeon. He does look lost. He looks very lost up there. And it's sad because we've got good wingers. We've got Kudus and Simmons who can create, but they've got nobody to create for because Richie isn't good enough. I'm sorry. And I know Adam McFarlane's put in the chat that Colo and Solanke could be back for midweek. Hopefully Colo's back for Tuesday because he needs to play. We need him up front. If he's going to be the number 9 that's going to lead the line for us with Simmons and Kudus on the wings, then he has to be the man. Solanke does. I mean, somebody said it in the watch long. Solanke does bring other players in, which is good. Which is what you want from a striker, but also what you want from your striker is to be in the 6-yard area, and and score your goals. That's the name of the game. But if you can't score goals and you don't take your chances, then you don't deserve to win your games. You don't, because you just need it to do. You need to shake it up a little bit. Big up to Wayne Bonner. He says Miani left, Simmer central, Slanky up top. Yeah, could be. That's true. He also says Richie doesn't have anyone supplying him with good balls. We need central. The problem is, I think Papa Sarr is that creative midfielder for us as well. So I think we did miss Papa Sarr tonight. I felt when he came on, he drove the midfield a bit more with Palunia, and I think that's where we started to get a grip of it, because we did lose the midfield battle tonight. It was just, I don't know if we were tired or we just took Wolves lightly, but it was so lackluster. I don't know what you think, guys, but I feel like we robbed the bank by getting a point. And look, I'm happy with a point. We're 3rd in the league. I just said it to Mrs. Tron. If somebody said to me, I'll give you 11 points after your first 6 games, I would say, thank you very much. I'll take that. 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat, 11 goals scored, 4 conceded. Do you know what? We're out of the top 4. We're the highest goal scorers in the league. I think on goal difference, we're only 1 behind Arsenal and Man City on 8. I mean, it's hard to be critical, but you have to be, because I think Frank should be criticised as well. I think, as Wayne said, none of the subs did very well either. If you want to come on, Ryan, the link's in the chat, bud, if you want to come on for a few minutes. I'm disappointed with tonight. I'm disappointed with Frank because I feel he will analyse this game, and I hope he does analyse the game, analyse himself as well, and ask what preparation did we take Wolves too lightly? Did the players think, oh, these players, teams lost 5 out of 5, shouldn't have to turn up, but you do have to turn up. But if you don't have a striker to put the ball in the back of the net, you don't take your chances, you will get punished, and we got punished tonight. I'm trying to come with any positives from the game. I think Palunia was a positive. I think the start we had is a positive. Big up to Rhino. Hang on, let me get good up, man. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right, as good as I can be.
What have you thought of tonight's game? I'm disappointed. But is there any positive that I've missed that you saw to think, do you know what, Dermo, this is a positive?
Do you know what, Dermo? It's funny because the first half, I mean, not just throughout the first half, throughout the whole game, we played absolute poor. But what I think you can take a bit of heart from is that we didn't give up and we kept fighting until the end.
We did. I think Palunia was the better player on the pitch. I thought he was exceptional tonight, Palunia. I really did. I thought he was head and shoulders We need a striker desperately, don't we? Though I mean,
Oh,
Richie.
yeah.
I mean, I called them the headless pigeon tonight. I mean, that is that's he was running around like I noticed him right. He did the same against Brighton, and he was doing it tonight. He was backing into the defender looking for a foul. Referees are not going to give that. They're not going to give fouls for that. So, where are
Mm.
you on it, Richie? Are we missing? Adam McFarlane puts we're missing Colo, we're missing Solanke. Are we missing Solanke that much?
Honestly, I think we know where I stand with
Yeah,
Solanke with me. No, we're not. We're missing Carlo Morani more personally.
yeah. Yeah, I would
And
agree with that. But is he came on against Villarreal, Ryan, and I didn't think he looked fit. I don't think he looked with it at all.
no, he's not fit though. That's the problem. That's the annoying thing about it though, Dermo.
Mm.
Right? I just it annoys me because he's if he was to play up front and he was fit, we'd be having we've got a 20, I'd say probably a 20 to 25 goal a season striker in our ranks.
I agree.
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
agree.
And that's the quicker he gets fit, the quicker we can start having goals going in the back of that net, because
Yeah.
he would have been absolutely brilliant having him in there against Wolves tonight, to be honest, because he's the, how can I kind of put it? He's the muscle. He's the person that, like the Peter Crouch kind of player, where
Yeah.
he just like draws players to him to give all the other players the space. That's what he is.
Yeah. No, I agree. I can't wait for him to come in and join us. Look, we've got games coming up. We've got Bodo Glyn on Tuesday, then we've got Leeds away. We're coming into a bit of dodgy. We've got Leeds away next Saturday. Then the following Sunday we're at home to Aston Villa, and then the following Sunday we're away at Everton, with a couple of Champions League games mixed into there, and the League Cup game away to Newcastle.
I was actually going to ask you about that, Dermo. Actually, right? It's weird because did you think that was a good draw for us, or do you think that was a bit? Because I've heard someone, and I won't say their name because he wouldn't want me to, and I don't disrespect people like that. But someone has said that it's going to be a very tricky draw going up to Newcastle. What do you think, though, Dermo? Because I think it could be quite easy if we can keep our players fit and having Carlo Morani starting at that point.
Look, Newcastle have battered us up there the last couple of seasons. I mean, it's not a place I like going to because I know it's not an easy game up there. Them Geordies get behind that team. That is a very difficult place to play. I'm telling you that now. I think Newcastle might have eyes on bigger prizes, personally. I know they're the defending League Cup champions. I think Thomas Frank would take that game seriously. Look, I think we will get the win, but it's not going to be easy. We may win on penalties. That's my feeling.
Do you know what? I've got a feeling that, because the problem with this game is, right, we've got the Champions League to go through.
Yeah.
And we've got so many in between league games and the Carabao Cup. I think he will play a strong squad because it's a Premier League team anyway. But is he gonna win it in normal time, or is it gonna go through to penalties? And I think we might be lucky if Newcastle don't play their first team out. I think we could potentially get the win in normal time, depending on what team they put out.
I think the next sort of 6 games, if you look at the league as well, I mean, if you look at the league, the next 3 games are Leeds, Villa, and Everton. Then we're going into November with Chelsea at home, Man United at home, Arsenal away, and Fulham at home. I mean, you're looking at the next sort of month and a half, they're very difficult games. You go into December, then we've got Newcastle away, Brentford at home, which is the game I'm going to before Christmas. We're away at Nottingham Forest, so hopefully we beat Ange that day. Home to Liverpool just before Christmas. On the Christmas period, then we're away at the Palace and away to Brentford.
Mm.
January then becomes very important for me that we need to back Thomas Frank in January, and desperately next summer. But I think the next couple of months, is going to really prove where Tottenham are, how our season's going to go.
Yeah.
What do you reckon for our next 3 league games, Ryan? How many points do you think we might get out the next 3? And also to the chat as
Ooh.
well. Next 3 games, let us know how many points. I'm going for a win at Leeds. I think we will win up there. Though it's not an easy place to go, but I'd be happy to get a point. But win at Leeds, I think we beat Villa because Villa have been shit this season. And we get a point away. So I'm going for 7 points in the next 3. Plus beat Bodo Glint.
Do you know what? In the next 3 league games, I'm going to be saying the same, but not the same. Not the way that you're thinking. I think it's Leeds, Villa, and Everton, isn't it? The next 3.
Yeah.
So we're going to win at Everton, and we're going to definitely do over Villa because Villa are absolute rubbish, like you said. Yeah. I only think we're getting a point at Leeds.
That's a tough. I'm saying it as well, Ryan, that the scheduling for the games is ridiculous because we're 8 o'clock tonight playing against Wolves. It's now 11:05. I need to finish off and go and have my dinner. And go and see Mrs. Tron. Then we're 8 o'clock then on Tuesday in the Arctic, and then we're 12:30 on the Saturday. And we haven't got a squad big enough. I don't think the squad depth is big enough to cope with these games quickly. And I think we might get found out pretty quickly. If we get a few injuries, I think we could be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, and do you know what? Well, it's weird because you say that it's going to be interesting to see what happens in January. Yeah, it will be. But it will be interesting for a different reason for me than why it might be interesting for you. Because it will show whether it was actually Levy that was actually mucking around with the transfers. And if it was, then good riddance to trash, I say. But if it wasn't and it was Enoch, then they need to get out as quick as they possibly can at that point.
He's actually he was barred. He's been barred from Hotspur away. He couldn't even go in to collect his own stuff. That's brutal. I mean, that is absolutely brutal. Like, even his wife couldn't go in to collect her stuff. But Ryan, look, it is a 1-1 draw against Wolves. Who was your player of the match, and who is your idiot of the match?
Do you know what? There's only one person that can be for player of the match, and it's got to be Polinia. And I'd give him a score out of 10, an 8.
Yeah, and who was your worst player of the match?
Do you know what? There's so many that you could actually choose from. And do you know what? I'm going to say Bergvall, but only because he had that chance and he just missed it altogether. And it's not the first time he's done that. He's done that again against Doncaster as well. So I've got to say Bergvall.
Well, I agree with Wayne here. I agree with you as well. Pagliuca was man of the match for me. I thought crap player of the match was Vicario. I thought he's woeful. I thought he should have caught the ball, and his decision-making and everything. Look, I like Vicario, but he's gone off the ball a little bit. I don't know why. I just do not know why. Last week, he conceded. It was his fault for both goals, and it was his fault for tonight. But Ryan, thank you so much for joining me. This is what this is about. Members coming on and hitting the link, coming on, giving their instant thoughts on the game. So, guys, from going forward, same on Tuesday after the Bodo Glint game, final score, you members get to come on. The link will be put into the members chat on Tuesday. Come on and talk with me about the game, what you thought. Maybe get a few members on that we can have a bit of a chin wag about the game. But Ryan, where can people find you, sir? Because I know you've got a little channel which you're working on at the moment. So what you got coming up over there, and where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at Playful Spurs, like it says on my name. At the moment, there's not really much going on, unfortunately, because, like Dermo, I've behind the scenes, I've just not been there. Hopefully, I haven't even heard anything from Paul either, so I don't know what's happening with Paul. I thought he might have been taking over and taking the load off me for a while, but I should be getting back into it soon. But it's just got to just try and focus on my health first.
Yeah,
so
that's important.
Hopefully, I'll be back as soon as I can. But definitely, like you said, Dermo, I will be doing a watch along one way or another for a quarterfinal, so don't worry about that. But we still need. Do you know what, Dermo? We need to get that Brendan Johnson stuff done now.
Yeah, well, look, I'm agreeing with you now. I think there's no more debate now. I'm agreeing with you now. I call him Casper the Ghost. That's what I call him, because he comes on and he disappears.
Yeah.
So I don't know what debate show we will be having, but it won't be about Brendan Johnson. We'll probably be talking about the same thing. But Ryan, listen, thanks for coming on, bud. Really enjoyed it. And guys, thank you as well for joining me for the watch along and final score. We are back tomorrow, of course, for your members show, for your player rating. So you members get to see it first, and then non-members get to see it after. Tomorrow on Monday, there will be a Spurs recap show where we look at the last week of Spurs and look ahead to the week where Tottenham got coming up. And then Tuesday, and then I'm trying to think now. Monday, there will be a members pre-game thoughts for Bodo Glint. Tuesday will be all your normal stuff. We'll be before the whistle. We'll be watch along, and then final score for you members. Come on, talk about the game. And then on Wednesday will be all the recap and that. Thursday we'll be building up to the game on Saturday, 12:30, and then Friday be all your match day build-up stuff as well. But guys, thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscription as well. Do the same for Rhino as well. Help his channel along the way. But whatever you do, come on, you Spurs and Big Thomas Frank we trust. We never stop. We disappointing tonight, yes, but we are third in the league. 11 points after 6 games. 11 goals scored, 4 conceded. Only 1 defeat in our last 5. And only 1 defeat in the last 6. Would we have taken that? Do you know what? I would have done, but tonight hurts. But let's move on. Bodo Glint next. Come on, you Spurs. And Thomas Frank we trust.
Eyes on the prize, victory in sight with all our might.